welcome back to Mr. Cast Iron and Weekends with Mr. Cast Iron. I got my sidekick here, Mrs. Cast Iron. So good to see everybody. We got several people popping in here in the chat room, so we appreciate that. And boy, we got a guest for you tonight. We've been looking forward to interviewing this gentleman. And man, we've had a blast just sitting in the back office talking to him. We've already had a lot of good laughs and everything. So, folks, you're in for a treat tonight. We're really looking forward to this. So, let me go ahead and introduce our guest and get him up on the screen here. Hey, Jim, how are you, buddy?
Well, hello, everyone. It's good to see you. Wow, I'm on the screen.
I know, man. You made big time. You're on TV, huh?
I feel like a celebrity right now.
You are. You're in the hot seat here. We're going to pick your brain tonight.
I'm ready. My brain can handle it.
I see you got your brain. What is that beside
you?
That?
This is my special brain over here. It talks all about your brain. It is pretty exciting. Well, what do we got here? Over here, we've got our selfish side of the brain right here. I don't like to go in that area very often. But in many other areas, there's the mental side, and there's just some colors right there. That's the brain. Thank you.
Awesome. Well, good deal. Well, folks, we just want to introduce Jim. Matter of fact, Jim, do you mind going ahead and introducing yourself to our guest in our chat room here?
Well, my name is Jim, and I'm from the channel Jim's. Then comes that hard word, Kitsch, kitchen. Everybody has a hard time with that second word, Kitsch. But that word means a lot to me because Kitsch, if you don't know, Kitsch means unique and unusual and bizarre. And I myself love unusual places, unusual things, and absolutely I love unusual food. So that's why I'm Jim's Kitsch. Kitchen and kitchen go together. Okay.
Well, actually, I was going to ask you how you come up with that name or what the channel name stood for. I'm glad you clarified that for us and shared that with us. So that sheds new light to me. Yes. Now I understand. But
I thought it was his last name.
Thought it was his last name?
I thought that was your last name.
It sure isn't, but that would be a great last name.
Yeah.
Well, folks in the chat room, listen, hey, if you know the routine here on our show, we've been off for a little bit, and Teresa and I have been running around the country a little bit. My son got married in Iowa a couple of weeks ago. Then my brother got married down in Dallas, and and then last week we had a no-show, and I didn't feel good. I was having trouble struggling through what are you doing?
My phone's messed up, sorry.
And so I was struggling through the last interview with Gary and GT's barbecue, and man, I just struggled. So anyway, we're back in the seat. We're going to try to get this figured out and everything. If you guys have any questions for Jim, be sure and pop them in the chat room here. Try to put either an @ sign before the question or put 3 or 4 question marks in front of your question so it'll highlight it and I'll be able to see it. And so we just want to welcome everybody. Looks like we got In the Kitchen with Karen. We got Steve with Dutchy Cooking here tonight. Looks like we got Stephanie with Ginger Snap Kitchen. Mike with Dude's Kitchen and Grill. We got Plain Old Chuck with us tonight. Lana with Pinch of Cooking. Dana Smart, friend of ours here in our hometown. So good to have Dana with us. Let's see, Cooking with Bobby Joe. So who else have I missed? Anybody?
A lot of people.
Yeah, you're
famous.
A lot
of people. I'm getting nervous seeing all those names.
Yeah, Catalina Treats, gluten-free bakery.
My, even Catalina Treats is here. Holy cow.
Yeah, so you better be on your good behavior now.
Better.
Kent with Daddy Dutch. So good to have everybody. So, well, let's go ahead and dive into this a little bit. Tom's Food Factory's popped in here too, so good to have Tom with us. But Jim, just tell us a little bit about YouTube. I mean, what made you decide to start making YouTube videos?
Well, it all began thanks to COVID, I guess. Being stuck inside, needing something to do. It was actually, I kind of started on Facebook, in which I was at home, and I thought, I really want to cook something, but I want to cook something unusual and I saw there was a recipe for a tomato soup cake, and I thought, oh, this sounds really awesome. Tomato soup cake. It's this vintage retro recipe, and I made it, and I posted pictures on Facebook. Then after that, I made some other retro recipe. I made a mock apple pie and a shoe fly pie, and did these videos. And people said, "You need to do a YouTube channel." So I did. I created my own channel showing these weird retro vintage type foods, but then I started doing a lot more since then.
Wow. Well, that's cool. Yeah, you've got some unique videos, I must say. I've sat and binge watched quite a few and laughed. Man, I tell you, you are very creative and
Yes.
very enjoyable to watch. And it's just amazing to see some of the things that the props and different things that you put in to your work. Now, is this something, do you have some kind of acting background, or do you have some kind of theatrical background or anything?
Well, I very limited my theatrical background. It was basically age 12 and 13. And then I retired from the theater.
Yeah, well, it was a long time, you know.
Yes.
Well, you learned a lot.
Well, it sure stuck with you, and I mean, it's starting to just come out now. It's overflowing.
It's true. It is true. I do have a lot of fun with some of the characters that pop up on Jim's Kitchen. And yes, and now there's even been a few musical numbers that have shown up as well. So yes, there is. I do love that theater, I guess.
Yeah. What I missed?
There's
Ian Goods popped in the house. So good to have Ian.
There's a question.
We got a cooking the books is with us. Good
Cooking
to see you.
the books. Hello.
Yeah,
And
I've been
Ian.
watching her channel a little bit. She takes old recipe books and things like that and makes recipes. And I noticed you did that. It seems like you had one of the videos I watched of you. You had pulled out. What was it? It was like an old recipe from the TV or something, if I remember right. And I don't know. Do you do recipes from?
He said he does a lot of retro.
I've done a lot of it, and I've even done a recipe with cooking with the book. I did a video of a recipe that she suggested out of one of her cookbooks, and I even did a collaboration video where we all had this fun Betty Crocker box from the 1970s, and we created a recipe from that box.
Yes.
Wow.
Yes.
I need to get back to her channel and watch some more things. It's just so hard to keep up with everybody and watch stuff, you know, and it's not that we are avoiding people, and I know everybody has the same issue. It's just, that life gets in the way, and we have so many people, friends that we love to follow and watch, and we try to watch when we can. But what did I miss there, Teresa? Teresa's over here poking at me, so I'm missing something.
Tell them about my hand gestures.
Yeah. Okay. So, all right. Mike from the Dude's Kitchen and Grill's got a question. Said, "What is Jim's favorite flavor of shake at Mike's Drive-In?"
Oh my heavens! So listen to this. Could not believe that I found out last week that he knows the town that I live in. He has experience being in this town right down the road, and he knows about this place called Mike's Drive-In down the road, which I absolutely love. I've got two favorite shakes. Once a year, they put out the shake called the Huckleberry Milkshake. So incredible. But all year round, they have a shake, the Peanut Butter Oreo Milkshake. Divine. So to get to Mike's Drive-In, I have to walk down a big hill and then get a milkshake. And thank goodness I have that huge hill to walk up, because it's kind of like a workout with that milkshake. It makes the milkshake so much more enjoyable.
Yeah. I guarantee you that's one that I'd really like for sure. Looks like Cindy Squirrel Off Grid's popped in, so good to have.
Well, hello, Cindy.
Yeah, good to see you. Glad you're here with us and everything. Once again, folks, we got Jim with Jim's Kitchen. If you have a question for Jim, be sure. We don't have our moderator in here tonight so far. Stephen and Jacqueline. Stephen hadn't popped in. I don't know if somebody's on Instagram. Send Stephen a message and see if he's going to pop in here. If not, I'll need to get somebody else to moderate for me. But anyway, we got Jim from Jim's Kitsch Kitchen. If you've not yet been over to his channel, be sure and go check his channel out, watch his videos. Be sure and give him a thumbs up. And leave him a comment. Tell him you seen him on Mr. Cast Iron's channel. If you're not yet subscribed, be sure and do that. And I know he'll certainly appreciate that. Also,
Definitely.
Likewise, if you've not hit a thumbs up on our video here on this tonight's show, be sure and hit the thumbs up for us. We certainly appreciate that. That helps all of us. So we need all the help we can get. You know what I mean? So, all right. Well, looks like Dude's going to get on Steven. So I need to make Dude a moderator. Maybe he can help me out. But anyway, let's move on here a little bit. So COVID was the reason why you got started. Tell me a little bit about the inspiration for cooking. Is this something that you learned from maybe your mother or grandmother or father or a friend, or just you just had a desire to, and you just got into it, started looking at cookbooks and thought, hey, I'm going to make that?
A mix of it all. My mother is a fantastic cook. That is true. But I must say, I've never really been a fan of the kitchen. And so doing this channel has led me to absolutely love and be excited about the kitchen. So I was kind of scared of a lot of cooking things. I have a hard time using a grill. I know you're all about the grill. And you probably know that I had the biggest fear of cast iron skillets until this week. I thought I would give it a try. So yes, I have learned to love the kitchen. Thanks to this channel, I've been able to learn about fun facts about foods and just trying out weird things I would have never imagined. Some things have been absolutely delicious. Some things have been pretty stinking hideous as well.
Yeah. Plain old Chuck says, tell you to wave. So wave at everybody, I guess. Cooking the books. I know her name and I can't remember it right off.
Her name is
Anna. Okay. Anna says, Jim, you're a natural in the kitchen, and I'll agree. Certainly are. Proud of you conquering your fear of cast iron. That's not, I was laughing with you. I wasn't laughing at you, but when you sent me that message that you were going to make that particular recipe in cast iron, I thought, well, good deal. That just, for me, that inspires me. And that's what a lot of this is about. Many of us, of course, everybody here in the chat room, we're just a great community. We're all, of course, you've collabed with several people. You know what this YouTube community is like. And but it's just it's a great community. We have a lot of fun. In my personal opinion, I think it's probably one of the best social media sites there is, and that's basically all that I actually follow is YouTube. I'll look at Instagram a little bit or Facebook a little bit. I hate to say why I watch Facebook, but mainly it's to keep up with, see what's going on in the world and people that we went to school with, and of course, family, life and death and different things like that, unfortunately. But YouTube has really been a big inspiration for me. I've met so many great people. Everyone in here are good friends of ours. We text back and forth many times, or email back and forth, and different things like that. So when you sent that to me about cast iron, I thought, well, that just warms my heart to know, someone is reaching out and trying something new, just from some goofy videos that I make. I don't have the theatrics that you do. I'm just more of a tutorial type. I try to teach a little bit of how-tos and things like that. And I get a lot of people that comment and say that it's helped them to overcome the fear of cast iron. And that's been my objective. That's been my goals. And so, I'm just going to keep pushing on doing what we do. And I hope you keep pushing on doing what you do.
I will.
You said COVID was the reason why you got started, but I think from watching everything, you're really enjoying it. And, I just want to kind of touch a little bit on some technical things, if you don't mind, in the beginning, and then we'll move into some little bit more fun things. But on the technical side of things, how do you come up with your recipes, or is it something that maybe you watch another creator make and you think I'm going to do that, or I'm going to mimic that or copy that? Or is it a recipe book like with Anna, or just something that comes off the top of your head, or something you may want to eat that week?
A lot of the things are things that come right out of my head. The weird mashup recipes are a lot of the ones that I just make up. But then I also think of, oh, what is a food I would really love to learn about? So I'm like, oh, hamburger helper. I'd really like to learn about hamburger helper. So I might look up a recipe about hamburger helper and then want to find out about the history of hamburger helper. But yes, I'll do that with lots of different types of foods. I just love learning about food products and then making something using that food product. So that's kind of where I've got a whole list of future food products I want to learn about. I've got a gigantic list of other recipes that do sound really fun. And I have a list of some made up ones too that I'm still going to do in the future as well.
Yeah, cool. Jamie Mack, a friend of ours over in Scotland, has popped in, says,
wow.
hey, gals and gals. I mean, I guess he means guys and gals. So we'll give him a little grace on that, Jamie. Not a whole lot, but we'll give you a little. Karen says, making lifelong friends through YouTube is worth way more. Any money's earned through videos. Yeah, absolutely.
That is true. I adore Karen. She really is my sister, and I wish we were living right next to each other because she would be a lot of fun.
Yeah. She's in California and you're in Oregon there, so
that's true. That's right.
But Ginger Snap Kitchen, Stephanie says that's true. Karen, it's so much more than $170 I've gotten. So that's true. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, Stephanie's another one of my favorite people as well.
Yeah.
I love her.
She does a great job. Absolutely. Well, do you have any? Of course, I mean they're talking about monetization there and getting paid. I mean that's actually a goal for a lot of people to reach 1,000 subscribers, and I am really surprised that you're not there yet. And
I'm
folks,
shocked.
if you have not yet been over to Jim's channel and subscribed, you need to do so. Last look that I had, it was like 761 subscribers.
That is true.
He has
push that button.
I know, hit that button, boys and girls. So, but anyway, I'm really surprised you're not there, but you will be before long. And but talking about that, they were talking about the monetization of it. So I know everyone seems to have some type of goal or whatever, whether short term or long term for their channel. And I'd like to hear if you have any type of short term or long term goals. Which direction are you trying to go in from here?
I think that reaching that 1,000 would be just. I know everybody talks about how great that 1,000 feels. So of course, that's what I want to do. I want to try to hit 1,000. I think that would be pretty exciting. Okay, do I want to go really past 1,000? I don't know. The idea of having thousands and thousands of subscribers does kind of freak me out a little bit, but I'll be happy with 1,000.
Yeah. Oh, you'll be there for long. I mean, if I didn't even look at your channel at what date you started. Do you remember exactly? You said COVID, so it had been 19, right?
I think it was March 2020.
March of 2020.
Is that right? 2020, yes.
Let me go in here and look.
Okay, there really was one video only all by itself in like November 2019, but that one does not count. Then there was not really a video until March of 2020.
Yeah, it shows November of 2019. Yeah, so that was your very first one.
That doesn't count. That was just a silly thing where I'm like, what is YouTube?
Yeah, absolutely. I hear you. Looks like Charlie's popped in, Pickles Barbecue. So good to have Charlie with us tonight. And who did else I miss? Stephen and Jacqueline, our moderators, popped in here. So good to have.
Making supper.
Yeah, he was probably making supper.
He was.
Good deal. So Samantha Lewis also has popped in. Debbie's Kitchen. Good to see Debbie. So who else have I missed here? Man, you got a lot of people.
This is a lot of people.
You are popular.
Beautiful people, though. However, they're all beautiful, and I'm so happy that you're here.
Yeah, Steve with Dutchie's Cooking over in Great Britain's with us. So we got several people
British,
from all around the
British
world,
people
man.
too. We got them all. It's very late there, early in the morning. I
yeah.
think.
Yeah, it's about midnight over there right now, so he won't be here too long. He sent me a message earlier today. I think he's on vacation, so I'm surprised he's even in here tonight. But anyway, good to have Steve always. But Smoking Bears looks like Lee's popped in, so good to have Lee with us also. And I failed to mention, folks, that tonight's show is sponsored by Uncle Steve's Shake. We're going to be doing a giveaway a little bit later on.
A giveaway.
Oh yeah, have you ever tried Uncle Steve's shake?
I've heard a lot about these shakes, and I've tried to win a few of them. I mean, I've been lucky enough for these shakes, but someday I'm gonna win one.
Yeah, well, they're pretty doggone good, I must say. And Steve sponsors our show, and he's so gracious to do that. And I want to say this, and just up front and full disclosure, folks. Even if you're from overseas, I know Jamie Mack's in Scotland, Steve's in UK, and I don't remember who else was in here, but anyway, of course, Stephen and Jacqueline's down in Trinidad and Tobago Island. So even if you're overseas or not in the United States, don't not participate. In the drawing, because I have an agreement with Steve that he's doing a giveaway on the shake. Teresa and I will pay the shipping even for overseas. So he's got it covered for in the States. But if we do have a winner from overseas, I think there was someone in here also from Canada earlier, some of our friends from Canada. So be sure and do that. And then we'll do that a little bit later on, probably in about 30 minutes or so. Lee says, wow, everyone's here. Yeah, absolutely. So, hey, I missed your live this morning, man. We've been real busy trying to get back in the swing of things, but we'll try to catch the replay on that. So, Ian Good says this Cowboy game's ridiculous. So earlier they were losing. I don't know. I didn't get to watch it all. But anyway, once again, folks, we got Jim with Jim's Kitchen. If you have a question for Jim tonight, be sure and put a at sign and your question, so it'll highlight it to be at Mr. Cast Iron, or 3 or 4 question marks in front of it, and maybe we can catch that and get it up there for him. But all right, with that said and those things out of the way, how do you record your videos?
I only use my phone. I just use my iPhone for all my recording and my editing.
Yeah. What program are you using for editing?
I just use iMovies.
iMovie, yeah. Well, you do a great job, man. You have some skills at it. I'll say that you've learned well real quickly, and I think that you're going to do great with that. But how much time do you spend on YouTube, not consuming, but working on your channel a week?
Well, I do put out a lot of videos. Yeah. I tend to put like 3 or 4 videos a week. I know that is a little overabundant. I know.
Great.
So yes, for each video, I probably put 3 hours into each video. The 1 hour of cooking, and then editing and writing what I'm going to write in the description. So yes, 3 hours. I put it together really quickly. Actually, when I do the iMovie thing, I really am done with all that iMovie stuff in about 20 minutes. But then I have to come up with what I'm going to write in that description, and that takes a while. And then you have to come up with thumbnails, which I don't really put that much effort into, but I should at some point.
Yeah.
I mean, not thumbnails. You know, those tag words, not them.
Yeah, tags. Yeah.
Tag words.
Yeah.
So 3 hours per video is my guess.
Yeah. Well, I know you put out a lot. I think if the last count when I looked at your channel earlier, I want to say you had a little over 300 videos already. So that's amazing.
Almost. I'm at 250 something. Yeah. 255, I think.
Wow.
But they have all been fun. I've had some real fun ones to do, and I guess some weren't as fun, but a lot of fun ones.
Well, we've got some questions from our chat room here, but on that train of thought, before I lose my train of thought, do you have anything, that you question about YouTube, or you're frustrated about, or that you may not understand that you're trying to figure out?
I guess this whole new community, now that you've got 500 subscribers, you have this special community tab. I haven't fully figured what that's all about yet. And I know lots of people do at some point, yes, I should get a new camera and think about lighting and think about, I don't own a microphone, think about having a microphone sometime. So yes, there are things that I could definitely learn.
Well, yeah,
I'm
I
fine.
mean, yeah, that's cool.
Constantly,
Yeah, it's just constantly, it's a growing thing. I mean, we're constantly learning new things, trying new things, taking things out that, may not work or whatever. I know I've been making some changes on our channel, and I'm constantly doing it. I work on my channel a lot throughout the week. And, but anyway, it looks like Charlie's got a question here. Pickles Barbecue says, Mr. Cast Iron, who are Jim's favorite comedians?
Oh,
Good question, Charlie.
well, comedian. I must say, I hate to say it, but I've never really been a fan of actually going to a comedy show. The idea of going to a comedy show, I've never really loved, but I do love comedy movies. So I guess I do love Robin Williams is
Yeah.
definitely a hero, and I love Will Ferrell's a lot of fun.
Yeah.
So yes, I love him. I do love laughing.
Yeah, no doubt. Laughter's good medicine, that's for sure.
I think you're my favorite comedian.
Well, thank you. You're so precious.
You know what? She one night she got to screaming and hollering. I thought, what in the world's going on with her? And she said, "You just got to watch this." And you were doing a video with one of my favorite cookies, and that was the Nutter Butter. So she went to the store and bought everything and made that recipe.
I did. I made it. I did.
But she was just having a blast. She was laughing and she'd play your video back and forward. And it was a lot of fun.
You reminds me of Robin Williams.
I do remember that video because it had that. Yes, it was similar to that show from my childhood, Electric Company, where they would go with the words popping out. So that is how I started that Nutter Butter video.
Yeah, that was. Well, how do you come up with those things? How do you come? I mean, what's your inspiration when you?
Well,
when you
that is so funny because when it comes to the video itself, I know I don't have a script or anything. I really do kind of just come up with the idea just in the middle of filming, and then if there is something put in like a noise or an effect or something that was I thought of that afterwards. But yes, everything is just right at the moment. I think that Nutter Butter thing was 1 second. I said, "Let's do this."
That's cool. That's amazing, man. Cooking with this guy from where's he from? I forgot. He's from Ireland, ain't he? Dublin, Ireland. So good to have. Yeah. So good to have him with us tonight. And Mike with Dude's Kitchen says, Jim, I have a bunch of USS left over from my giveaway. Uncle Steve's shake. I'll PM you later and send some your way.
Good.
So
wonderful. Or he could just hand deliver them too if he's ever in the area.
Well, yeah, he's right there in Idaho. He ain't just a hop, skip, and a jump over to where you're at.
True. It's true.
Have a shake together.
No worries about it.
Put a little shake in a Mike drive-in milkshake.
Yes, that's true. He has a dessert shake.
That's funny right there.
Oh, I'd like to try that.
Yes, he does.
Yeah, it looks like our friends down in Florida, Cam and Teresa with flour, eggs, and yeast has popped in. So good to have them with us.
Yes,
and,
hello.
Let's see, who did I miss, or did I miss a question? You're not even looking for the questions. You're over here yeah, you're not even doing your job tonight.
I've been excited about this one.
I know. That's so funny right there.
Are you ready? You want to do one of my questions now?
Oh,
yeah. To take up okay.
Let's do that.
Well, I've got this special book here, this Truth or Dare book. I'm going to ask, both Mike and Teresa a
Oh,
truth
boy.
or dare question, and we're going to take part right now. So give me a number between 1 and 150.
Okay, you ready?
Yes,
All right, 64.
64. All righty. Let's hope hopefully
Year
it's a real good one. This is
the
live,
year
you
I was
know.
born. So let's see what that does for me. You
The year I
doing
was
it?
born, we had to do nose kiss, Eskimo
No, it was
kisses.
your age. You wasn't born in
Oh, it was my
54.
age. Yeah,
Yeah.
it was. Oops.
It's a truth question,
Uh-oh.
Okay.
and it's not very bad. It's pretty easy. It says, what sport would you like to play professionally?
What sport?
Yes, this is for
Mm.
Mike's question. Sport professionally.
Oh wow! At my age, I just I enjoy the recliner. So
That's not a true answer. He
yeah,
used to be a pole vaulter.
well, yeah,
He really was. He was a pole vaulter.
What?
Yeah.
That's
Yes.
awesome.
yeah, pole vaulted and
Long, long time ago.
yeah,
Amazing.
long,
Mine would be basketball.
Ooh.
yeah.
I love
Well, now I
basketball.
got. Okay, Teresa, I also need your number between 1
Oh,
and
you're going to do it for
150.
me.
Yes,
Okay.
I'm doing
So
it for
that
you
one's not
too.
for both of us. Okay. Let's see. 33.
33. Oh my goodness, this is okay. Well, here we go.
Uh-oh. Oh, this is a
Well,
good
it is.
one.
It does involve some acting skill.
Oh,
How
no.
do you feel about that, Teresa?
Which I have none.
Uh-oh, I've dropped my headphone fell out of my ear. My question is this. Okay, Teresa, you are a mime in a box. Show us how you get out of the box. You're a mime in a box. Get out.
You do that one.
I don't know.
I'm not sure.
I'm not sure about that one.
I don't know. Oh, here we go. You show it. Yes, there we go.
Yeah.
You're really good at this.
I saw another good dare that was on the same page. It was about balancing a spoon on your nose. Can you do that?
Oh, maybe.
These headphones keep falling out of my ear.
We're gonna try. We're gonna practice that one.
Yeah, we'll have to do that.
Okay.
All right. Well, good deal. I'm going to say this. You're one of the first people, I think, that has ever really thrown some major questions at us during our interviews.
Yeah.
Usually it's us asking everybody, and I always tell everybody before we start the show, just feel free to elaborate on anything or be sure and throw questions back on us. And you're probably the first one that's really done that. So we appreciate
Well, I got
that.
more. I got more if you need.
Lee over at Smoking Bears channel says, what's the story behind the cat get up for the copycat video?
Well, I just loved the idea of doing copycat recipes of like famous things. So I thought I needed to have some sort of character that went with a copycat recipe. So it had to be a cat, of course. So of course the cat and his meow meows is kind of inspired by Mr. Rogers. I guess there's this cat, a meow meow cat, Henrietta Pussycat, not Daniel the tiger, but Henrietta who does a lot of meow meow. I guess I was inspired by that cat.
Cool. Another friend of ours, Mark T. Old Golden Garden Gnome up in Maine, just popped in. Says, sorry, late. Just finished grinding my burger from the moose we got last week. So
whoa, that's awesome.
I knew he was going hunting, and we didn't do a show last week. So good to see Mark back with us and everything. But that's a unique thing. I think you have to do a drawing to get the opportunity to hunt, and he drew and he got to go hunting. So it looks like they got one. So congratulations, Mark. I'd like to have a little bit of that burger. But anyway, I tell you what, on that note, we're 35 minutes into the show, folks. Let's go ahead and just use Mark's inspiration there for us. Put at Moose, MOOSE.
Hashtag.
I mean hashtag, not at hashtag Moose in the chat room to enter the drawing
Mm.
for our Uncle Steve shake tonight. We're going to do a let's see, what are we doing? We're going to do another competition package, which is let me share that with everybody real quick here so you can see what we're doing. Okay, let's see here. So let me pull that up there. So we're going to do this this particular one here that says the competition package here. It's a competition pig shake for pork and things like that. Competition cow shake for beef and deer meat and moose, I'm sure. Competition bird shake for turkey, chicken, duck, whatever, you know. So what is it?
Someone put hashtag rigged.
That's probably Pickles. I'm sure that the dude did. Yeah, he said this is rigged. So hashtag moose, folks, MOOSC, and we'll do a drawing here. We'll give it just a few more minutes for everybody in the chat room. So I figured it was Charlie, but it looks like it's Dude over at the Dude's Kitchen and Grill. So
Charlie started it.
yeah, Charlie, he's the first one. He's always saying it's rigged because he don't ever win. That's the thing. Charlie, you got to make videos to win. You know, I mean. I don't know
He
when.
might make one
nah,
if he wins.
he don't make videos
might.
anymore. He's done quit. He's retired. And so, but anyway, little Eric popped in. He's our little friend down in the island of Trinidad. So it looks like Uncle Steve's also popped in. So we certainly appreciate that, Steve. We're getting ready to do a competition package giveaway here in a few minutes. So we certainly appreciate you. And folks, once again, tonight we've got Jim from Jim's Kitchen. If you've not been over to his channel, be sure and go check out his videos. Leave him a thumbs up and leave him a comment. Tell him you've seen him on Mr. Cast Iron's channel. And also, if you're not yet subscribed and you like what he's doing, be sure and hit that subscribe button. We'd like to try to help him get up over that 1,000 mark sometime soon. So with that being said, I'm going to go ahead and pull this off of the screen here. And we'll get back to the show. We'll do a drawing here in just a few minutes, folks. If you've not yet entered, once again, like I said, Uncle Steve is gracious enough to sponsor the show, and he's willing to do the shakes anywhere in the United States. And if any of you are overseas and you happen to win, Teresa and I will pick up the shipping for that. So do not enter the contest thinking that you can't win from being overseas. So. Anyway, all right. With that being said, what was one of the videos that you had the most fun creating, Jim?
I do love this collaboration that I've been doing, which is like the different decades. And we've already done like a 1950s and a 1960s, and we've got and the 1980s, and now we're working on the 1920s. It's just been fun learning about those different decades and then making a video that's kind of like those decades. So that I've been had the most fun doing those collaborations, and we're still going. We've got future decades to come.
Yeah. If you don't mind, I'd like to show one of those that really just had me tickled. I mean, I really enjoyed it here, and I hope everybody will. I'm going to see if I can do this. I hope I got everything set here to do this. We'll try it anyway.
This is nice. What is it going to be? The tickled Mike?
Oh, did it show?
Oh, just got back from riding some waves. They were righteous. And now I'm going to be going to a beach party tonight. Come join me and see what I'm going to make. Right on. For this beach party, I'm making beach meatloaf canapes. My whole 1 pound of ground meat, I'm using turkey. Chop some onion. Put it in the bowl. 2 eggs in the bowl. Garlic, paprika, pepper, breadcrumbs, and some teriyaki. Squish it together.
Ooh, look at that squish.
What else can I put in here? I'm thinking of putting some of my special mushrooms in this dish.
It's so fun.
Oh, look at that. Special mushrooms.
Whoa! Mushrooms in the meatloaf! Wild! This is cool! Tripping!
I'm ready to catch the big kahuna. Whoa! I think I'll skip the mushrooms. Let's get back to the cooking.
That's great.
Okay, great.
Okay, I'm going to take this meatloaf mixture and I'm going to fill up some muffin cups with the mix.
Yeah.
I'm putting these in a 375.
The whole video.
That was so
Just
funny.
keep
I mean, it's
going.
only 3 minutes long, but it's just, it's just great. And the work you're doing, the editing. I mean, with the psychedelic shirt and everything. I just sat and watched that, and I thought, wow, it's just, it just blows me away at some of the things you're doing. I mean, it is amazing at the editing skills you've already picked up.
So we got to go watch the rest.
Yeah.
Yes, this Thursday is the 1920s one. Will be out this Thursday, and it's really fun. Back in time.
Yeah, that was awesome right there. So, all right. Well, guys, if you don't have @Moose in the channel, in the chat room, be sure and do that. We're going to do this giveaway here shortly. And what did I miss?
Oh, go down.
I'm all the way down.
No, keep going.
I'm all the way down. That's it.
Go up.
Ginger Snipe Kitchen. Stephanie says, Mr. Cast Iron, I like to shake Uncle Steve's shake directly in my mouth. It really gets me going in the morning. Wow, that's a little TMI for me, Stephanie. I mean,
love that.
Made my face red. I think Jim's face getting a little red too. I mean, look at that.
Woo, boy! Oh boy!
Wow, Steve!
I'm gonna try that.
If Steve's in the house here, hey Steve, there's you a testimonial right there. Put that on the front page of your website, man. I guarantee that, man. Look at that. What did we do?
Jamie Max says, "Did I hear that was edited on iMovie?"
He did, Jamie.
Yes.
That was edited on iMovie. He did every bit of that. And so it's amazing at some of the stuff he's picked up. So that's really cool. But Mike says, yeah, that's Moose. #Moose, LOL.
What did you say?
I don't know what I said. Ain't no telling, man. Y'all got me tripping now. I'm thinking about it back in the 60s and 70s here. I'm thinking about the magic mushrooms he was talking about there. But anyway, so.
Thinking about putting some of Uncle Steve's shake in my mouth every morning.
Yeah, Stephanie's done got her all excited here. So you better not catch me. I better not catch you in there in the kitchen shaking shake on your tongue and everything.
Yeah.
All right. Well, enough said with that. Let's go ahead. I want to pull Uncle Steve's shake up. We're going to do a drawing here, and like I said, it's going to be the 3 package with the competition package, which has the competition pig shake, competition cow shake, and the competition bird shake. So let me do something here real quick. All right, and I want to share this. Let me see here if I can do this. All right, here we go. So I'll pull that up on the screen. Everybody ready? I hope you've got your entry in because we're going to do a giveaway here thanks to Uncle Steve. So let's get ready and go. We're going to pick our broadcast here. Jim's Kitchen. You got to have #Moose. So here we go. We're going to start collecting. If you ain't got it in by now, it's too late. We got 9 entries. All right, 9 people. So here we go for the drawing.
Oh,
all right, who's it going to be?
You got a chance. They got it. Oh, my goodness.
Who's it going to be tonight? Cam B. All right. Cam B down in Florida. So, Cammy, be sure and send me. I've got your email, though. So, I'll, if Uncle Steve's still in here, he may not have your information, but I'll get it to him. And Cam, just shoot me your address. We got his address,
Yes,
don't we?
we have it.
Yeah, I'll shoot that over to Uncle Steve. So anyway, Cam V is our winner tonight. All right, that's cool. So congratulations to Cammy. All right, good deal. All right, let's get this off of here. Get back to the show. Well, you know, Mike's
Back
going
to
to
the
take care
show.
of your dude's kitchen. He said he'll meet you over in Pendleton, Oregon, and he'll bring you some shakes. Y'all can meet halfway. How
we're
about that?
perfect. Halfway
Yeah.
point.
All right. Well, good deal. Well, hey, you know, we've talked a little bit about the technical things. I've been impressed by your recording and editing and different things, but let's talk a little bit about cooking now. What are some of the favorite things that you like to use cooking? I know, of course, you introduced cast iron to your group of tools now. So what do you really like to cook with mainly?
Well, I love using an oven a lot.
Using an oven, yeah.
I use an oven. I've used a waffle iron. I love I could even use the microwave pretty good.
Yeah.
Yes.
So, good
Yes.
deal.
Blenders.
Blender.
Yeah. Crock pot. Hey, you didn't even say
Crock
nothing about
pot.
them
Yeah.
crock
Crock
pot
pot.
meatballs.
And
you
your
know?
favorite item I've used multiple times as well.
What is that?
You know what it is.
Air fryer.
It's the air fryer.
That's funny.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
I use my Instapot too.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Mhm.
I do too. Dave and Kathy Hydes popped in here, so good to have them with us tonight on our
Yeah,
show.
hello.
And, yeah, absolutely.
That was a
So,
question.
who was the question
It
from?
was pickles.
Oh,
Oh,
Charlie.
it's a
Good
pickles question.
Yeah,
It's a good
it's
question.
a pickles question.
Is it a
so-
pickle related question? Because I do
Teach a
love
man
pickle.
fish. Matt's popped in. Now we're going to have Matt on with us next week, so you guys may want to pop in here, and that'll be an interesting show as well. Where's Charlie?
Pickles
There
was
it is, right there. I got
Yeah,
it.
he was
All right. What are your favorite spices, and any that you think are underrated?
My favorite spices. I think my favorite I love paprika.
Paprika. You know, I did notice nearly every video I watched when you were putting stuff together, you did use paprika a lot.
I just have to throw it in every once in a while. It's even good in a dessert. The smoked paprika. Add a little smoke to your dessert.
There you go. Put a little smoke in your dessert, huh?
So that is probably my favorite / underrated.
Yes.
Wow. I understand that you're an expert gardener and canner also.
I do love canning. I can a lot of I've got so many jams in my basement. So many syrup, pickles, salsa, tomato sauce, just vegetables, just lots of things in canning. And that's what I use my Instapot for the most. I use it for canning.
Yeah. Cool.
And you garden?
And I love gardening. I love flowers.
Oh,
yeah.
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 Are those your flowers in the back?
Yeah.
Behind you?
That is my view out the window.
Yeah.
Isn't it beautiful? I love my beautiful view.
She loves sunflowers.
It
We actually raised a regular vegetable garden. I used to nearly every year, but we always raised a lot of sunflowers and, to attract bees and different things to pollinate the vegetables. But,
I love sunflowers.
She loves them.
We love them too.
Yeah. I mean, some of them, they're 10 and 12 foot tall. It's
Yeah.
crazy.
That's right.
But anyway, all right. Well, now as far as cooking goes, would you say that you prefer to cook at home, or do you more or less enjoy going out to eat?
On the weekdays, I love cooking at home, but the weekends, I definitely have to go out once or twice on the weekend. I love tasting new food.
Yeah. Wow. Cool. I want to say Patrick's popped in here from down in Australia. So Patty Joe Cooking's with us. Good to have Patrick. Boy, you're drawing them all out here
everywhere.
tonight, Jim.
I know. Oh boy.
I mean,
Yes, so.
We haven't had the opportunity to be graced by Patrick in a long time. He just about snubbed me. Don't love us anymore. My heart hurts. I got a hole in my heart. That'd be around right there. So.
I don't know if that's true.
No, that ain't true.
Oh.
Patrick loves us. We text and talk back and forth. Matter of fact, he sent me a text the other morning. I forget how many hours difference. Like, gosh, I want to say 17 hours difference between where he lives and where I live. And anyway, when it's about 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning, I'm usually up, and it's probably, I don't know, gosh, 3 in the afternoon where he's at or something. And he'll send me a message. And he said the other day he'd saved some bacon grease, and he was inspired to do that by me. But anyway, I've yet to see a video about him using that bacon grease yet.
No, that's, let me see, go down.
What is it?
Is that true?
Pickle says you can use sunflower heads like artichoke hearts. I don't know about that.
I have heard you can eat a sunflower head. I have heard it as well. I've seen a video, an Emmy-made video of her eating sunflower head.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Wow. See, I've got to get back over to her channel and start looking at some stuff. She's another one that's up and coming. She's not, to my knowledge, I don't remember. I don't want to say she's not, but I'm thinking she's not made 1,000 yet. But she's doing some great stuff with those old recipe books and things, So.
Oh, Anna? Yes, Anna's doing great.
Yeah. What's your favorite to eat? Breakfast, lunch, or dinner, or supper, we call it here in the Mid-South.
I do love them all, but I am a breakfast man. I love breakfast for lunch and dinner myself.
Breakfast for lunch and dinner.
Yeah, you can eat it any time.
Oh, yeah. What's your favorite breakfast? I mean, what do you like to cook? What do you prefer?
I love pancakes.
Yeah.
I love biscuits and gravy. I love omelet. I love everything breakfast. Everything. I love grits. Grits.
Do you really?
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
I do.
I do too. I've got a bag of them. I haven't even cooked them in forever, but once I get started, it's kind of like oatmeal. I'll get on an oatmeal kick and I'll eat that for months at a time. I'll probably get started on these grits because I do love them, man. You got me curious now on those pancakes. How do you like your pancakes? Do you put fruit in them, or do you just cook them plain?
I like to put my own syrup on top. I love making my own syrup.
Oh, his own syrup.
Really? Tell me about that.
I've got boysenberry syrup from boysenberries I picked. That's just so good. And raspberry syrup and blueberry syrup. Yes. I got to tell you, in the past, a long time ago, I won a cooking contest.
Oh.
This is before I even started this channel, and when I told you I didn't like cooking very much, but I won a cooking contest involving pancakes. It was at a state fair where you submitted recipes that involved Spam, using Spam. And I created a Spam pancake that involved chopped up Spam and creamed corn in the batter. And you make pancakes out of that. And I won a cooking contest at the state fair with that recipe. I didn't win any big prizes. I won a Spam t-shirt and Spam frisbee and a Spam keeper and a Spam mouse pad. Do you remember mouse pads? They used to exist. You don't see them as often anymore.
Well, I hate to say this, but I have one. I don't even know what it don't say anything, but anyway, that's funny right there. So you had a Spam cake.
Spam pancake with creamed corn inside of the pancake.
Wow.
I don't know if you'd like it though, but it was pretty good.
Dutchie mentions W sauce. Do you know how to say that? A lot of people
Worcestershire sauce.
Yeah, yes. He says wash your sister sauce is what.
That is what they say. I do. That is a good product.
Yeah, Cool.
or Worcestershire.
Yes.
Yeah. Awesome. All right. Well, how about what is one of your favorite foods to cook?
My favorite foods to cook. Love all food.
All food.
I
Yeah.
love making quesadillas. I love making grilled cheese. I love lasagna. I love pasta dishes.
Mhm.
I love casseroles. I must say a lot of my dishes on my channel are casseroles, so I must really love a casserole.
Yeah. Cam says, "What's your Star Trek collaboration video experience?"
Yes, I did do a collaboration video with someone. It's Brian the Beer Snob, and he is starting to do videos involving TV shows that kind of have to do with beer. And so Cam was actually supposed to be the person that played Captain Kirk. For some reason, he was just too scared to play the part. I don't know why. But he said, I know someone to who I could recommend, and he recommended me, and I did it, and it was a lot of fun. But I
Oh,
sure hope to see Cam in the future play the character on one of these videos. They did like a Baywatch video with lots of YouTube creators running down like it was a Baywatch moment. And Cam and Teresa would have been
Yeah.
great. Just the two of them doing the little run.
mhm. Yes.
Yes. Even
Guarantee it.
you both would have been great for that video as
Hey.
well.
Yeah, I don't know about running, but Lee says, "Try pulled pork pancakes with a Jack Daniel's syrup."
Oh.
Yes, please. That sounds amazing. I've made a beer pancakes before, and I stinking loved them. But that sounds amazing. Pulled
They sound
pork
more like
and Jack
corn
Daniels.
cakes.
I'm
Yeah.
interested in making
Yeah.
that.
Yeah. Pickles says, "Is there a food that is special or particular there in Oregon?"
We're known for our hazelnut is what we're most known for. That's our state
Really?
nut. Our Marion berries is our state berry. We're known for our
Yeah.
salmon. We got so much salmon here. We do have a famous factory here, Tillamook. So we're known for our Tillamook cheese. So those are 4 things we love here in Oregon.
Wow, that's awesome.
We
Oh.
have beavers, but we don't eat a lot of beaver meat here in Oregon.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Well, we're right up against 1 hour. Are you able to stay with us for a few minutes
I'm
longer?
ready. I love questions.
Good deal. Well, we got a bunch of them. We barely
Ask us
touched them.
more
So,
questions.
but anyway, Teresa and I, we were driving somewhere, and the question come up to us, and we don't have it on the list here, but it's a good question we wanted to ask. But what is your favorite candy bar? Well, she asked me what mine was or something, and
Yeah, I think so.
but anyway, what I'll tell you what. Let's change it up.
Mm.
What's your top 3 favorite candy bars?
Well, I 100% love a Reese's peanut butter cup. There's no doubt about it. But for some reason, I love the holiday ones better, like the Halloween bats and the Easter
Yeah.
eggs. They just taste so much
They
better
do
than a
taste
regular
better.
Reese's cup.
They do.
And I do love a Fifth Avenue bar. It's a fun one as well.
Fifth Avenue.
That just popped in my head, Dwayne. Fifth Avenue, I remember, I do love a Fifth Avenue bar. Does have like caramel and crispy rice inside of it.
Yeah.
And my third favorite, well, I guess it was actually my grandfather's favorite candy bar, and it is a very special one. It's the Zagnut bar, which you don't really see anymore. But I do love the crispy crunch of a Zagnut. I want them to come back.
Well, I mean, do you guys have Cracker Barrel restaurants out in your area?
We have them here. We just got our first Cracker Barrel just a little over a year ago, and I was doing somersaults when it opened because I just love it so much.
You need to go in there and look around because a lot of times they have older type candies like that.
They may have
They
that.
do.
Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah.
It's
Absolutely.
true.
So good deal.
Good question.
I'm sorry.
Good question.
You want to know what my 3 are?
Yes.
You remember what my top 3 are?
Butterfinger.
No.
Butterfingers won.
Butterfingers
But
one. Number one is a payday.
Payday. Yeah, I was gonna say.
Oh,
Payday.
nice.
Number two is a Butterfinger. Number three,
I have no idea. Number 3.
Snickers.
Oh.
Yeah.
It satisfies.
Oh yeah, it does good. Does your well? It don't necessarily do your body good, I guess. Maybe.
No, it doesn't.
Yeah. I love paydays though. They got peanuts in them. Love that.
We were talking
Butterfinger.
about candy. Here's where that came from.
Okay.
It came from Karen.
Karen.
Yeah, the kitchen
Yes, because she
Karen.
just made that thing today.
Yes.
The Reese's Peanut Butter Cup Brookie, the brownie cookie in the muffin tin. Incredible. Is that what you're talking about? The thing she made today?
Yeah. Well, it's actually she had something on there about candy corn. How you open the bag and you throw it in the
Oh
trash.
yeah. She had that in her community
She
page
did,
or
and
whatever.
then she says, oh, "Eat a peanut butter cup." I think instead of
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah,
That's
that's
what
right.
she said. And I was telling Mike about candy corn and peanuts or cashews together. Tastes like a payday.
Yeah.
So
That is-
that's how it
Yeah.
started.
Yeah.
I'll be
we got
making
this all from
something.
Karen.
I'll be making something that utilizes candy corn in about 2 weeks' time.
Okay.
And it's like you won't. It's an unexpected thing, and I am a hater of candy corn myself, and I haven't tasted this dish yet, but I can't wait to try it because it sounds so exciting. And it is one of the candies you already mentioned, but you could take candy corn and you could turn it into one of those candies you've already mentioned.
Oh,
And I'm going to be making that
okay.
in a couple weeks.
Wow.
Okay. We'll be watching.
Candy
Wow.
corn.
Catalina Treats Gluten-Free Bakery says they love the Marion Berry Cobbler. And Jamie Mack, or I'm
Mhm.
sorry, Dutchie says it's 1 o'clock here. Normally I would have checked out by now, but this is so funny. So I'm sorry we're
Oh,
making you
thank
lose
you.
sleep there, Steve.
Keep on board.
Yeah. So, all right. Well, I've got to ask you some questions here. Now, when you were a kid, did you have to have the crust taken off of bread and just eat the center part, or did you eat the whole piece of bread?
I did eat the whole sandwich. We didn't like to waste in my household. We had to eat the whole sandwich, but I will say that crust really is my least favorite part. Still to this day, when I get a pizza, I eat the crust first because it's my least favorite part. I want to get it out of the way and then dig into that pizza.
There you go. That's good. That's funny right there. Are you a coffee drinker?
I am a coffee drinker, plain coffee out of my coffee pot that's probably from the 1990s. I've been using the same one for a long time.
Cool. Yeah. You like Starbucks? I know Starbucks is up in the
Well,
Seattle area. Just north
It
of
is
there.
from Seattle, and we also have our own Oregon coffee chain called Dutch Brothers, which
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I fully support. They're going to be going over the country, all over the country at some point. And I just became a Dutch Brothers stockholder, so I encourage you to
Oh.
go get yourself some Dutch Brothers. It's the first time I've been a stockholder, but I fully support that company.
That's neat.
Cool. That's awesome.
We need to try that.
Yeah, we will.
We'll
Certainly will.
support you.
Yeah.
Do you which do you prefer, hamburgers or hot dogs?
Definitely a hamburger. I like hot dogs, but hamburger for sure.
What do you put on your hamburgers?
Well, I love cheese. Usually like 3 different kinds of cheese.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I do love bacon. I love onion rings on a hamburger.
Yeah.
And
Onion rings.
I like mayonnaise and honey mustard on hamburger.
Wow,
Oh.
cool.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well,
You've never had
imagine.
an onion ring on a hamburger?
Yeah, I
Yes.
think
Sonic does that.
Hardee's and Carl's Jr. used to do that too, I think.
I think so.
But he
Yeah.
loves bacon. Did you
Yeah,
hear
I
that
know,
part?
I know.
I
I'm a
love
baconator, you know.
bacon
I'm all about bacon. Check my channel out.
and
folks. You got-
pickles.
And pickles. Yes. Sweeter.
I guarantee it.
I like them both. I guarantee.
All pickles.
Oh, that's funny right there.
I don't
There you go.
discriminate. I don't discriminate when
No.
it comes to pickle.
Do you consider a hot dog to be a sandwich?
Yes, it's got bread.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You like what do you put on your hot dogs?
I like to put cheese as well.
Cheese on hot dog. Huh?
Oh yeah, yes, of course.
Cheese and barbecue sauce is a dream hot dog.
Oh,
Barbecue sauce.
Relish.
Yeah, gotta have that. No doubt about it. Well, when you was a kid, what food did you hate that you find that you enjoy eating now as an adult?
Well, I hated many, many foods when I was a kid. There's still some that I still hate to this day, but I've started to grow to like, I can't say I love, but I have grown to like cauliflower and broccoli. Two things that I despised as a child, but I have grown to like. With cheese on top, that is.
Yeah, I hear you.
I know it doesn't have to have cheese.
yes.
Mike over at the Dude's Kitchen says, "Do you like El Tapatio on McLaughlin?" Or he said his buddy owns a restaurant.
Oh, cool.
You like El Tapatio?
It is wonderful.
Yeah.
Now I'm gonna have to go and say hi.
Yeah, absolutely.
I just can't believe he's saying these restaurants. There's another one on McLaughlin. He probably knows Rigoberto's, and that's a pretty good restaurant too.
Roberto's.
Rigoberto's
Oh, Rigoberto's.
is another good one on McLaughlin if you're ever in the area.
Yeah, cool beans, good deal. What food that have you never tried that you would like to try?
Well, these are great questions. Oh, yes. So it is a type of cheese, and in the wintertime here, they would have these parties that are based on this cheese. It's called a raclette cheese. It's like you got potatoes, and then you have this cheese that's kind of under a special heater. And then you pour this special type of cheese on the potato. That is something I've never had, and I would love to try. It's called a raclette. So there you go. Something I'd love to try. Has anybody watching had a raclette? I'd love to know.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I got a question that's controversial in this on our show, and I generally ask it because we inquiry minds want to know, But I just want to warn you, this is controversial, so I've got to ask you now: is it okay to put pineapple on pizza?
That is, what a question is that? Now, pineapple is an unusual food because it's like that food that bites you back. I think it's so unusual how pineapple works. But I am one of those people that loves pineapple on pizza. I love it. And it's great. A chicken pineapple, if you haven't, a chicken teriyaki pineapple pizza is really good. I know ham and pineapple is like the go-to. Canadian bacon is the go-to, but a chicken teriyaki pineapple.
Try that one.
Ow.
Chicken teriyaki pineapple.
If you don't like pineapple on pizza, then you need to give that one a try.
Cooking with this guy. He reminded us of that one.
Yeah.
Yep.
Cooking with this guy, says Stephen. I always ask that question. I've lost him.
He's
I
up
don't know
there
where it's at.
somewhere.
I seen it earlier, but anyway.
He reminded us of
Yeah,
that
that's
one.
a question we always usually ask too. But if you were going to a potluck, what would you take?
Probably my favorite thing that I just love so much, and I could sing about it to the heavens. It is cornbread salad. I just love cornbread salad.
Yes.
And I will always,
salad.
I'll always bring that. I'll always bring that to a pot. There's just something so special about it. It's just such a unique thing. When you think of salad, you never think of cornbread. But for some reason, it worked so well, and that is always my go-to potluck dish.
Do you have a video on that?
I sure do. Check it out, cornbread salad.
Okay.
Yeah, she. I've never heard of it. But she says,
My aunt makes it. Yes.
It is wonderful.
It is. It is.
Cool. Leanne Tollison's popped in from Canada, so good to have Leanne back with us. She said, absolutely, yes, pineapple. So we got a bunch of pineapple fans in here.
Good. Unite.
Steve Dutchy Cooking says, no pineapple. So,
no, get out of here. He can stay.
Patrick gives
He
a
can
thumbs up
stay.
for pineapple. He says, "Woohoo, Jim!" So
Yep.
Patrick's a fan. So anyway,
Stephanie
good to-
said, "Pile it on."
yeah, pile it on. We got a bunch of pineapple fans here. So let's see. If you could have a superpower, what would it be?
I do love the idea of being able to teleport from place to place. Would be a fun super.
Okay. Cool.
Like I'm ready to go to New Zealand right now. Beep. Here I am.
Yeah. Wouldn't that be awesome?
Yes, it would.
Yeah. Cool. It kind of reminds you of I Dream of Jeannie, wouldn't it?
That's
She just nod that head. There she is.
that's where I learned it. Thank you, Master.
Well, I tell you what, if you could have dinner with anyone, past or present, who would it be?
I think this is my question that I asked one time on during one of your shows.
Could
Yes,
be.
So
you
yes,
did. You did.
it is my, and I want to know your answers to this question as well. But my answer is there's two people. Am I allowed to say two?
Oh yeah,
yeah.
absolutely.
My two biggest role models in life probably would be Mr. Rogers. I would just love to have dinner with Mr. Rogers and Dolly Parton. Those would be my dream dinner party.
Wow.
Mr. Rogers and Dolly. Can you imagine? That would be wonderful.
It would.
I can just see all three of y'all sitting at a table right now. You know, I mean, what
Yeah.
if you were the host? What would you cook for them?
I think I would probably faint. I would be so excited. But that would still be my dream dinner party.
That's great.
Oh,
That is
that's
great.
funny, right
What
there.
are your answers? Your
What are your
answers?
What's your, who's
Oh,
your,
I don't even know. I love Dolly. I do love Dolly. I always think of people that have passed, though, so it gets kind of sad for me. But I'll keep thinking. You know
okay?
yours.
Yeah, let me think about that a minute. I had never had anybody throw that back on me.
You did come up with this question for
yeah.
us. Thank you.
Yeah. Yeah, that's funny right there. Good
I would
deal.
honestly, I would just love to be at your dinner with Mr. Rogers and Dolly.
Well,
and
come on over.
Oh man. How would you hope that your friends would describe you?
Unusual.
Unusual. I couldn't
Unusual.
imagine it.
A weirdo. They probably say a weirdo. And I'm
old
okay with that.
Kitsch. Yeah, there's old
There's
Kitsch.
old Catch walking in the door again.
Oh,
my
that's
son
funny.
and I call Mike a weirdo.
Yeah,
so.
they do. But anyway, do you have any pets?
No pet.
No pets.
But if I were to have a pet, I think it would be fun to have a pet otter.
Otter.
An otter.
Can you imagine having an otter as a pet?
I think I'm wanting to have dinner with you and Charlie Pickles. That's what I
Charlie
want.
Pickles. Wow.
Oh, yes.
Have you got any pet peeves in life?
Sure. My personal one that I hate is probably parallel parking for myself. I hate parallel parking.
Oh.
I guess for other people, probably not cleaning up after their dog is probably a pet
Oh,
peeve.
Yeah.
Do you have a
There's
dog?
nothing worse than going
No, we
on
don't
the
have a
beach.
pet.
If you go on the beach and there's a big pile of dog poo on the beach, that's the
Yeah.
worst thing to see.
Yeah. What's your favorite kind of vacation? Would it be the beach or the mountains or?
I love it all. My favorite kind of vacation? All of it.
Camping.
I love camping. I love the beach. I love the mountains. I've got in Oregon. We're lucky that we have the beach and the mountains within a 2-hour drive.
Yeah.
This is just so wonderful that we have it all. And then just on the other side of the mountains is the desert. I just love that too.
Well, what was the favorite? What was one of your favorite places that you've been to on vacation?
Definitely Iceland. I thought Iceland was
Wow.
breathtaking. from the moment I got from being on the airplane looking down, and then our entire time there, it was just nonstop beauty. Getting to do the Golden Triangle drive and to see all the waterfalls and glaciers, and then getting to go soak in that Blue Lagoon water. Wow, it was a dream. It was a definite dream vacation spot. And anybody who hasn't been to Iceland, I would recommend it.
Yeah,
That's neat.
that's cool.
There's
All right. Well, I'll just have to tell you, my two favorite, one would be Jesus Christ. In the Bible, he cooked for his disciples or followers on the beach one day, and he cooked fish, grilled fish.
Yes, he
And
did.
I would love to experience something like that. And my second one is John Wayne. I'm a big John Wayne fan. Matter of fact, I've got some things coming up that I'm going to be making some recipes of John Wayne. And,
I just did one too. I just did a
yeah,
John Wayne recipe last week.
I know. I seen that cowboy hat you had. You did a short too with a cowboy hat. And
I did.
yeah, the Duke has always been one of my favorites, and so we're gonna be trying to implement a little bit of that, weave that into our program, hopefully. So
That'll be a great dinner party. Good dinner party.
Yeah. Cooking with this guy, Steven says Steve Jobs for me and Tiger Woods.
Look at
So
up here. In the kitchen up
who
here,
else?
and she said Julia Child.
yeah, Julia Childs and Mr.
yeah.
Rogers is carrying.
Oh, Mr. Rogers too.
Yeah. 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 Could you imagine that, Pilgrim?
Will you be putting on your cowboy gear for those videos?
Probably, you know, I don't have the theatrics that you do, you know.
At least a hat. At least put on a hat.
We'll try to find him a hat.
Yeah. Well, all right. Besides YouTube and cooking, do you have any hobbies?
Yes, I have an unusual hobby. I love visiting unusual places, but I have a thing about abandoned places and cemeteries for some weird reason, but I love going to visit abandoned structures and exploring abandoned things, and then visiting weird roadside attractions and cemeteries. I think cemeteries are kind of beautiful, and it's fun to learn some history of cemeteries.
They are.
But also, I have a weird hobby. I do like scrapbooking. I know that's a strange hobby to hear.
Oh, I love it.
I know it's very funny to say, but I have like 20 something scrapbooks.
Wow.
Scrapbooking.
Like my mom
Yeah.
did.
Just the canning.
Oh.
Canning and gardening is definitely a hobby as well.
You just live life.
Yeah.
He just loves life and lives
Yeah.
it.
You know, if Teresa don't mind, I'd like her to tell a story about her mother, some of the things that she did for her kids.
Yeah.
Well, she made scrapbooks for each one. There were 4 of us, and she made. I have 3 brothers, and she made scrapbooks for all 4 of us, and then she made it for our kids and for her grandkids. I mean, her grandkids and great grandkids, and so we have all of those. Which she passed a couple of years ago, but she would give it to each child when they graduated high school or when they got married.
I love that.
They're beautiful. We have those. She put them in these big, huge, beautiful boxes. And then she also did that for our church, and she did it for just elderly people in our community. She would make scrapbooks for them. And my favorite thing is she did a scrapbook cookbook, and it has recipes of her grandmother's, which was my, of course, my great grandmother and her great grandmother, and then of course some of the ones like of my son, his favorite chocolate chip cookies that she made, the favorite things she made of ours, and just all of our family. And so last year I made copies of all of those and gave it to my brothers and some of our other family members. But it's a scrapbook.
And the detail, the amount of detail that went into that, and the thought of some of the things that she shared with them. I mean, it just, I mean, I've seen them all with tears in their eyes, when they looked at them, but just the thought that went into that. It was
She
just
put
amazing.
pictures with it. She put stories about the food. She
I love it.
it's just, I mean, I can go on and on what she did, but it is just a great legacy that she left us with
It's a
through a
wonderful
scrapbook.
idea.
And it's a great idea. Yes.
I think that's why I do it too, because I don't know what the future's going to hold.
Yes.
And so it's just wonderful to have that there. And I mean, right now I'm forgetting some of the things I do. So it's so good to have this scrapbook to go look. And then I write all the stories of everything that happened during those days. So it's just fun to relive those adventures. And I'm going to continue to do that for many, many years to come. But a cooking scrapbook is a really good idea with recipes and family.
It's a great gift to give to family members. They just love it when they get it. So it's really neat.
Cam and Teresa says, I love that. We have Cam's grandmother's recipe notebook. But what a fun idea to make it into a scrapbook with pictures too. What a wonderful gift idea for families. So yeah, that's great. Well, I just got a few more questions. I don't want to keep you too long. We've already been almost an hour and a half into this deal here, but I always say that everybody picks on me when I say I've just got a few more. So who knows? Go ahead, lay it on me.
I just want to ask, like, about your fish and all your props, different things. Right in front of you, there's a fish. Is that a fish?
Yeah, there's a fish.
Yeah.
Right here?
Oh, right in front of you.
Piranha?
Oh, piranha.
Yes. Oh, it's here. Yes, I do have a lot of collections. So yes, in my life I collect a lot of things. I collect a lot of salt and pepper shakes. I collect magnets, snow globes. I have a curiosity cabinet that's all full of weird curiosities. I collect tin toys, like this little tin toy. I collect pencil sharpeners. Look, there's some salt and pepper shakers right there.
Oh,
Mr. Peanut.
Mr.
So yes,
Peanut.
that's it. Just a little. I just love collecting things. In my past, when I was a kid, I thought, oh, if I have a house, I want my house to be a house where the whole house is a conversation piece.
Yeah.
And then in different rooms, there's different things that are conversation pieces. And so yes, I do have parts of my home that are definite conversation pieces. People don't know this, but in my house, I have a secret Harry Potter cupboard under the stairs. It looks just like Harry Potter's room. I have a secret horror film furnace room. It's like all the scary movie stuff. And I even have a bathroom that looks like a room, like a British throne.
Oh,
wow. I think your phone.
People don't know that on YouTube, but I do have some unique things.
We won't tell anyone.
No, we won't tell anyone. I mean, it's a secret with us here on our channel. So, but I don't know if your phone is starting to die down or whatever. We're getting a little freezing up a little bit. So I don't know. Your battery may be about run down. So we won't keep you much longer.
Maybe.
Don't leave us yet, though.
Huh?
I said, don't leave us yet.
Yeah, don't leave us yet. No doubt about it. But anyway, a couple other quick questions here I'd like to ask you on a little more serious note, really. What are you most grateful for in life?
I heard a serious note, and then you.
Oh, he's freezing.
We're losing him.
Oh.
I'm freezing! Help! You said on a serious note.
Ask him again. He's back.
Ask me again. I'm back.
Yeah, on a more serious note, what are you most grateful for in life?
I'm grateful for friends and family, no doubt about it.
Yeah. No doubt.
And I'm grateful for health and happiness. Health and happiness.
Yeah. Cool. What is the best way for people to follow you on social media?
Well, I'm on YouTube. I've got a Jim's Kitchen page on Facebook. I'm on Instagram. I don't really use it much. Same name. And I'm also on TikTok. I'm a TikToker. Jim's Kitchen. and I don't have much on there either. But I'm on there.
Awesome.
TikTok.
Wow. Well, good deal. Well, you've certainly been a great guest tonight. I just got one last question for you. What would you have to say to the people in the chat room, and what would you like to say to your subscribers before we call it a night?
Well, I'm extremely blessed for my subscribers. I love this YouTube community, like you said. I love all that I've met, and I'm very, very.
We're losing you. I'd sure like to hear that answer. Yeah. Are you there, Jim? I think we may have lost him. Wow.
Yeah, there he went.
Yeah, I think we may have. I don't know. He may be trying to pop in. He may be able to pop back in here. I don't know. We'll hold here for just a minute. But anyway, we've got Jim's Kitchen with us tonight, folks. If you're still in the chat room, if you've not yet been over to his channel, be sure and go check him out. It's very fascinating.
It is.
It's some of the things he does. I mean, it's just amazing to me that he's not been on YouTube that long, and yet he's learned some of these things. So it's pretty impressive. But let's see. Cam says, or Teresa says, can we hang tight and give him a shot to come back? Yeah,
I hope he can.
Yeah, I think he's trying to.
He's just so awesome.
I think he's trying to pop back in here. I see a connection.
He's like a secret, isn't he?
Yeah, he's
so much fun.
Pretty fascinating. So hopefully we can get him back up here if he can get his phone plugged in and charged up a little bit enough to finish the interview. But anyway, you know, if here, well, he's trying, but it's still not connecting.
Oh.
Yeah, it's pretty interesting. Like I said, if you've been over to his channel, you need to do so. You need to go check it out. I mean, get deep into it and see some of the just the unique things that he does, with his props and it's amazing. I just can't believe
he doesn't have.
So sorry. It has been a blast. Yeah, he's not able to get back in, folks. So we're going to go ahead and call it a night. And we appreciate everyone here. Like I said, if you've not been to Jim's channel, be sure and go check him out and leave him a comment. Wait a minute. Don't go yet. Here we go.
I'm not ready to go yet. I'm not ready.
We were waiting for you.
Wow, look at here, Jim.
We probably should stop those.
Uh-oh. So it may be that.
But it was great seeing everybody.
Answer that last question.
I love my subscribers. They're so wonderful. Thanks for joining me on this adventure. YouTube is quite an experience. Yeah. And you've been a part of it. Thank you so much. Bye, Mr. Cast Iron. It's been fun. I'm so sorry that I got cut out of your show.
No, it's okay. We appreciate you being here. Hang loose. I want to talk to you in just a minute. Folks, good night to everybody. We appreciate you.
Good night, everybody.
Hope to see you next week. Y'all take care. Bye-bye.
Bye.